Hey, I'm back. Right, part two of the Namek Saga, not saying Saga, losing my mind. Right, so part two of the double LR Easy A Namek Saga. First it was AGL Krillin and Gohan, who are reasonable. They're good, but I think they could have been made better. Just because you slapped stacks attack and defense on a unit does not make them great. They have their qualities, but again, one of them. Anyway, I've read ahead, and this guy is pretty bonkers. So this part two is a much more thoroughly enjoyable, a much better, all deserving round, easy A. So this guy came out in 2021, which around September, which means that it would have been just after the worldwide download celebration, or some point in between it. So anyway, yes, very basic for a 2021 passive, but it worked. You get stats, you get more, and then you got more in attack. It is, in a nutshell, is basically everything is. I mean, you had defense, you still had defense. I mean, it all is just fine. And even when we transformed, 29% or less HP, you'll survive, and then you can exchange. And when you exchange, it's all essentially the same thing. You have damage reduction against an extreme class enemy, which really helped. But yes, in a nutshell, this is. I mean, it was okay, right? They were pretty good. It was somewhat difficult to get there because it was 29% of your when you enter the turn before you can exchange, which is pretty bizarre. Anyway, fast forward a few years, woof, we get this. 4 key 150% is much more enjoyable, and that's a pretty fair, decent lead for Battlefield for like the level 1 and 2. 3 key 180% is far better, going for it anyway. It's only a small buff, but that 30% will make a huge difference. Remember, LR stats do not increase, these remain the same. So you're getting a small buff to each one of these. Hey, if you have a dupe, it's one of these, and if you have a rainbow, sure, we go for it. But coming in at 55%, they're on par basically with outside of like the health, they're on par with the AGL, LR, Krillin, and Gohan, except their health is thousands more. It's insane. Okay, so what do we have? 4 key reduce damage by 30% when HP is 30% or more. So you'll likely start the match with 30% damage reduction, so great. Another 4 key, guaranteed normal, 50% to super when HP is 50% or more. Okay. We now greatly stack attack and still raise defense, and then both raise for the 3 turns. Okay, that's not so bad. So it's slightly higher, which is nice. Okay, another 4 key, guaranteed additional 70% chance to super when HP is 70% or more. Okay, which seems fairly doable because you got damage reduction. 150% on attack, so that's nice. That doesn't apply just to super attack, that is, by the way, just to attack. But this is the best. Rather than having 29% entering your turn, if you enter the turn with 50% or less, it's such a huge difference. You then can swap with Goku. You get a little revive, well, quite a good revive, and then you can exchange with Goku, right? When you or an ally in the turn is dead. So if you get taken out, boom, there you go. That still remains the same, which is really nice. The only real difference is, yes, it goes from 29 to 50%, or you can actually do it from the 5th turn. So you can get slapped pretty hard, you come under 50%, and then it could pop. But you've still got to get taken out. You start the turn with this threshold, you get taken out, you could do it intentionally with a type disadvantage unit, and then you'll exchange. But yes, you still get stats, so with damage reduction, this unit can do well. There's absolutely no doubt. If you're going to tell me you're going to get additional super attacks, well, you get 30% defense no matter which way round you go. Links are far better this time, and so is the team for a Namek Saga, not a bloody Saiyan Saga. So, Brutal Beatdown, Prodigy, Saiyan Pride. Now, here we go. Saiyan Pride, Saiyan Warrior Race, and these three are more capable. The only problem is, okay, so, prepare for battle. Brilliant. The other LR, also probably on this team, is Shocking Speed. This does not work. They do not work. Do you know what makes this unit good? They have 3 ki in their passive. Do you know what makes Krillin and Gohan crap? They have no ki in their passive, and they do not build it up, which is insane. Right, so Namek Saga, Pure Saiyans, Vegeta family, powerful comeback. Okay, Inhuman Deeds is a bit weird considering there's a Goku on it. Planetary Destruction, Entrusted World, Gifted Warriors. There's a few legitimate options as an additional unit with their damage reduction, the extra ki that they can get, and then that's of course going to cover themselves. You literally could stick them on freaking any one of these. Planetary Destruction, why not? I mean, thing is, you will work with the Saiyan links, so you can actually get it to work. So again, assuming I survive this video, so this unit more than capable of being on any of the other relevant teams, just with the built-in ki, which is insane, and the damage reduction, which again, like they made Krillin and Gohan reasonable, but then this one just really good. So if you rock this guy, you're going to be looking really, really snazzy, because he is Namek Saga. And in particular, I'm going to highlight this guy for when I press the next button, because he is quintessentially going to be key on this. But all in, for example, this guy, super int, well, not so much yet, but he's still int, it will work. You can do it on int teams. Who else can you do? Other Vegetas, because of the Saiyan links. This unit, by the way, is actually pretty good. There are a few units on here. Actually, there's quite a few units on here that are all going to work. Hey, now look at this. Planetary Destruction, Inhuman Deeds. Are you going to rock these two side by side? No. But you can, because this unit could look after themselves. Plus that Broly will just eat everything alive anyway, so that's fine. But just look at this. We've gone from Namek Saga to Broly. It's just Broly. That's all it is. Okay, anyway, the next button. Let me tell you why. So, all well and good. So how well do you think the Goku is? Well, let me tell you, he is berserk. By the way, let me just point this out. 10 ki 200%. Okay, so 200% something, but 10 ki is pretty bonkers, and it's extraordinary. It's guaranteed super attack, for which greatly stacks attack, and then you get defense, but you greatly raise for 3 turns on both, which is really nice. And why is that important? Because you got 10 ki, which is insane. Then you get this. Now this will complement this, and the fact that you're greatly stacking attack. This unit, when you transform, is going to be berserk. Seriously, Goku is just going to be actually the attack stats are going to be bonkers. You have flat out damage reduction, which is still nice. You have a 50% chance to crit, really nice. Bonus against extreme class enemy. Look at the ki, Jesus. But this is where I said I'm singling out this unit in particular. Additional damage reduction of 30% with a Namek Saga ally or an enemy. So as an ally on a pure Saiyan lead, or even Vegeta family lead, or many others that you could have, you would have 60% damage reduction. Wow, the field change when Goku's in this, because literally you're adding these two in it. But let me just check out, actually let me just go back to this one, and then when you have this guy, you'll be triggering most of these. Like you'll be triggering Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle. But this guy will allow you to transform, and you'll be able to use them on stuff like Namek Saga, Pure Saiyans, Vegeta Family, Gifted One. Look at this. These top 4, you could use them on, and then you take damage. It's basically a full heal. It's a sense of being healed. And then you get 60% damage reduction. That's essentially why that unit is quintessentially quite decent, because you need that specific Namek Saga ally. Thinking about the other allies on this, you could try and run the other LR, but again, they don't show up in the top 25 because they don't share a lot of the links. Courage and Shocking Speed just don't come into this because it's literally the opposite kind of. They make 2 LRs that are completely different, which is weird for the same theme. Yes, anyway, so this list massively changes with the links implied, All in the Family and Kamehameha respectively. So yeah, that's why I got this. Hell, the new Halloween unit creeps in here, right, which is pretty funny. This team that you see on here is a bit wonky. You've got the fusions, you've got the Brolys, you've got the anniversaries. It's pretty bonkers across the board. But the most important thing is, this unit, goddamn, you're going to be hitting crazy hard. The 10 key guarantees you an 18 key super, period. And then you have damage reduction as well, which is really nice. This Goku, especially against an extreme class enemy, is just going to hammer the hammer home. So yeah, brilliant. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. He is bonkers, no doubt. The shining beacon, literally. Like, brilliant. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's enough. Those are the LRs. It's another 10 stones. So very rapidly, in the space of a few days, we've got 3 easy A's. Videl, AGL, Gohan and Krillin, and these. That's 90 stones. That's insane. Plus missions, they're worth like 3 or 4. So again, literally 100 stones up for grabs. Get them done, save them. Let's wait for the anniversary. But thank you very much for watching. I've been the Normal Playing Guy, and I will see you all next time.